Hello everybody and welcome to Notorious Yugioh. I'm Notorious Cly, and today we have a lot to talk about. We have box leaks, we have a Duel Links ban list, we have a Red Dragon Archfiend structure deck announced for the OCG. There's so much I am excited to talk about, and we're going to talk about the Raiders Requiem box leaks first, because I am very excited to see Crusadia come to Duel Links, and also terrified. I feel like I say this every time that we have a box leak, but I am always excited and terrified. New cards means the potential for a new jump in power creep, and I think we're going to get it with this box. And it's not because of the Raid Raptor cards, although they could be decent because they are an anime fan favorite, which means Konami could always doctor a skill to make them meta relevant. But I think we're due for a power level increase because of the Crusadia cards. They're giving us everything. Like literally everything. For those of you who don't know Crusadia is an OTK deck in the TCG. It also has some things it can do game one, but in a high power format like TCG, the things that it does going first really aren't that good. In Duel Links, however, the things that it can do first are pretty fucking crazy. Sorry for my profanity, but I don't know how else to describe it. So we've got a deck that is an OTK deck in an 8,000 life point format, coming to a 4,000 life point format, and the things that it does going first are pretty good for Duel Links standards. Let's start talking about the cards and all the cards that are coming, and I'm sure you'll get a clearer picture of what I'm talking about. So first we should start with Crusadia Equimax. This is the big boss monster of the Crusadia archetype. Well, the Crusadia OTK deck, the big boss being Crusadia Avermax. We're not getting Avermax, that card is way too nuts for Duel Links. But Equimax is still really damn good. So Equimax gains attack equal to all the original attacks of the monsters that it points to. Notice that it has an up arrow, which means it can point to one of your opponent's monsters and gain attack equal to that monster, meaning it can basically clear anything your opponent puts on the field. And in addition to that, once per turn, as a quick effect, you can tribute one Crusadia, and I think World Legacy, World Legacy card that Equimax points to. You contribute it and then negate the effects of one face-up card your opponents control. It's the Master Ogre effect or the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss effect. Bananas. Crazy. Nuts. Equimax is an omni-negate of one face-up card your opponent controls. It does the whole Master Ogre thing, and it's an OTK machine because it gains attack equal to all the monsters that it points to, including your opponents. They just murdered Goki in the ban list. Spoiler for the ban list video I'm about to do. But, sorry. You guys are going to meet my cat. He's bugging me right now. Ugh. Hi, everybody. This is Elliot. This is my buddy. He's a gigantic cat. I suppose this is a reward for watching these videos. Elliot, can you say hi to everybody? Yeah. Yeah, he's a big friendly cat, and so I love him very much. Even though he demands attention, and when he demands attention, you will give him attention or else. Okay, but I gotta finish recording the video. Let's go. Yeah, so as I was saying, they just murdered Goki in the ban list because Master Ogre was a problem when going first, and then they had the finishing move when going second. Equimax is all of that in one card, and in my opinion, it's much easier to get into and set up the Omni Negate than Goki Master Ogre is. So expect Crusadia to cause some problems, especially when you consider that Crusadia is known for OTKing in an 8,000 life point format. We're working with half that, everybody. We have 4,000 life points, and hopefully I can build a deck list and show you a Crusadia OTK in Duel Links, because I think it is very possible and very accessible. So in addition to Equimax, we are also getting Draco. All the Crusadia main deck monsters share a common effect where you can special summon them from your hand to a zone that a link monster points to. Doesn't have to be a Crusadia link monster. So Draco's effect when you special summon to the zone that a link monster points to is you get to target a Crusadia card in your graveyard except for Draco and recycle it. Meaning Draco is an extender. Normally you would normal a Crusadia card, link it off for the link one. Yeah, they're getting a link one. And then have Draco in hand, use Draco to special summon it to the zone that the link monster points to, and then recycle the one that you normal summoned, link Draco and the link to off I'm sorry, Drago and the Link 1 off for a Link 2. Use the Crusadia that's in your hand that you recycled back with Drago to special summon to the zone that the Link 2 points to. Possibly get an additional effect based off of whether or not you've used the recycled monster's effect already that turn. And then you have a Link 2 and a spare monster on board. You get to make a Link 3. Equimax is a Link 3 and it only needs 2 effect monsters. So you can make Equimax with Drago plus any one Crusadia. Sounds pretty fucking good, right? So again, sorry for the profanity. I'm just really excited and that's how I normally talk. I cleaned up my act a little bit for the camera just because, I don't know, there might be kids watching this. Sorry kids, don't repeat what I say. So Drago, yeah, recycle something back, enables an easy link climb in Equimax. And then I don't really care about any of this other stuff. Not really excited for Dimensional Fisher to come to Duel Links. Dual Avatar stuff I'll probably check out. That's a deck that gets 0 love in TCG, so it might be one of those decks that Konami puts extra effort into making good in Duel Links. Raid Raptor stuff, somebody else will be able to tell you if the Raid Raptor stuff is good enough. I only know them as like an engine in Black Wings, so I'm not an authoritative voice on it, and I'm sure I can figure it out, but I have no ambition to right now because we're getting Crusadia stuff. And then Ring of Destruction, I feel like every one of these big boxes we get an honorary Yugi Boomer bait UR card. Ring of Destruction might be good, maybe in some burn strategies, but I don't think it's going to see high relevant meta competitive play. Maximus, same effect as all Crusadia, special summon it from your hand to a zone that a Link monster points to. And while Maximus is on the field, you can target one Crusadia Link monster you control, target it, and then if it battles any of your opponent's monsters, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So Equimax's attack is 2000, it has an up arrow. If it points to a monster, it's going to gain attack equal to that monster. So the difference between the difference between your monster's attack and your opponent's monster's attack is 2000. And then Maximus is going to double that. That's 4000. That's an OTK right there. So not summoning to a zone underneath extra mantra zone is going to be very important. But wait, there's more. Part of the OTK in TCG Master Duel 8000 life formats is using kaijus. We have a ton of kaijus now. We have a ton of kaijus. So Crusadia kaiju's definitely going to be a thing in Duel Links, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Next up is Reclusia. Same effect as all Crusadia, special summon it from your hand to a zone that a Link monster points to, blah 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 blah. I hope I've iterated that point enough so I don't have to keep repeating it. It's another name, which is great because Drago plus any Crusadia name gives you Equimax. In addition to that, it's nice to be able to have in-engine removal. So, good card. Other cards I wanted to talk about, more Dual Avatar stuff. Nightmare Paladin, don't really care. Evolves Lagia out of the selection box, that's nice. Good for Dino players. Lagia is my favorite. I'm sure some of you have figured that out by now. Solda is interesting, but I don't think we have enough good level 6 dinosaur stuff to make it work. And then we're getting access code at home. We're getting Rastaliker as a super rare. So we already have DP at home in Borlode Furious Dragon. Now they're giving us access code at home in Rastaliker. I wonder what the Baron de Flor at home is going to be. We should stop and talk about Rastaliker really quick. Rastaliker is literally access code talker at home. Target one Link monster in either graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the target's attack until the end phase, so it can get big. It already sits at 2000. If you're Link climbing, odds are you're going to have something with at least 1000 attack in there, maybe 2000 attack. So it gets pretty big. And then you can tribute any number of monsters that it points to and destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number you tributed. So most likely in Duel Links with the Link spammy stuff that we have, you'll probably be able to get one pop out of this just because it only has a down arrow. It doesn't have diagonal arrows. They'll get to get a big guy that pops stuff along the way. That's really good in a limited format like Duel Links. Let's keep going through the box. Timebreaker Magician, I don't feel like reading that much. Pendulum Problem. Crusadia Crawler, probably not good. Probably won't even see play in a Crusadia deck just because it's too slow. Crusadia Borea, crazy for Crusadia strategies, another name. I think this is the last main deck name we're getting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 main deck names, which means you play 3 of each, which means you have 12 names, which means this is going to be hyper consistent. And then you get to fill the rest out with 3 back row removals, so 3 MST, and then you have 5 tech spots. So you're 3 limited 3 back row. So you have 2 flex spots to play whatever you want. Crusadia is going to be good. I'll put any amount of money on it right now. Crusadia will be good. It will be tiered. I don't know if it will be tier 1. I'll have to see what else is coming out, what else they're doing with Shade skills, and what people are able to cook up post main list, but Crusadia is going to be good. Especially in a best of 1, 4,000 life point format. I'll put money on it. Arborea is great because you can banish it from your graveyard to protect one of your Crusadia monsters if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Let me read. Yep, battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard. Oh, it's from field too. That's great. And you can do that to protect your Crusadia monsters. And it's a level 3 warrior tuner, which means you can play Rhoda as one of your tech spots to be able to search Arborea, so you always have an extra name. Level 3 tuner should open up a bunch of stuff too. I think Crusadia has access to some pretty interesting levels. 3, 4, and 4, so you can get Synchro 6 or Synchro 7 as a backup plan in case you can't link climb. Next up is Crusadia Magus. It should be a mage because it's a spellcaster. Magus. So Magus is a Crusadia link one, needs a Crusadia name other than Magus, so you can't go Magus, link Magus. Doesn't matter that it gains attack to the monsters that it points to. I mean, I guess it could technically come up, but not while you're playing this card. You're using it as a combo starter because you blink off your one Crusadia monster and then start special summoning the other ones from hand to the zones that it points to, notably points down. And when a effect monster is special summoned to the zone that it points to, you can add 1 Crusadia monster from your deck to your hand. So this is a combo maker, helps you get into Ecomax. We've already covered why Ecomax is crazy, and anything that helps you make it is also crazy. So I wasn't kidding when I said they were giving us literally everything. We're not getting Leonis and Regilex. Leonis gives piercing to a link monster. You don't need piercing when you're playing kaijus, and you can special summon it into attack mode, in addition to not needing piercing because it's a 4,000 life point format, so you don't have to go all in and try to just run over the weakest thing. And then Regilex searches a Crusadia spell trap, and we're not getting any Crusadia spell traps worth searching, so you don't need it. Let's see what other new cards we're getting. Some more dual avatar stuff. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to dig into the dual avatar stuff just to see if it's playable in Duel Links. Cool. Some Rake Up Magic stuff. Again, I don't really care enough about the Raid Raptors. I'm sorry if that hurts some of your feelings. I don't really care enough about them to figure out if these cards are good or not. I will probably have to in the near future, but for now I'm going to focus on the stuff that I think is cool or interesting. Crusadia Revival boosts your Crusadia monster's attack by 500, and you can have 1 link monster, well, Crusadia link monster you control, attack all monsters your opponent controls. Other monsters you control cannot attack. Not a big deal because the ideal target for attacking is Ecomax, and then you just smash face and win. Next up is Spatha, Crusadia Spatha. I'm not too familiar with it because Regilex is the normal link 2 that you want to run, because Crusadia has some really good spells and traps that we're not getting. But Spatha, target 1 monster in either player's main monster zone except for this card. Move it to another main monster zone on its controller's field. So Spatha is going to be great. It's a link 2, which allows you to get into your link climbing to Ecomax. In addition to that, it allows you to move something over to a zone that Ecomax will point to so you can OTK. That's actually nifty. That is very playable. And only needs 2 effect monsters, including the Crusadia, which is not a big deal because you're going to make the link 1 special 1 from hand, and that's 2 Crusadias for your link 2. And next, new cards, more dual avatar stuff. Again, ton of dual avatar stuff. I'm gonna have to look into it. Hopefully it's fun. Then we have reprints of the Evolve Lights, Evolvosaurs. Not really interested in those. I don't think I really need to read anything else in the comments. Normal rarity stuff. Doesn't look like there's anything too crazy, just some basic Raid Raptor monsters. And that's it, everybody. I am sorry if you were hoping to hear about Raid Raptors from this box. but I am happy to be able to talk about Crusadia with all of you. I am definitely going to be workshopping a list, and I'm definitely going to be buying into this box as soon as it drops. This might be a deck that gets me off of Resonators for a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you next time. Be safe, have fun.